The now that is being spoken about is the fact that in 100 years, finally, through whatever the causes have been in history, and most of them have been because of oppression, the Negro people have strongly and fully taken the bit in their teeth. They're asking absolutely no quarter from anyone. Even the hand that is extended in terms of brotherhood and friendship to the white citizens who want to participate, it is for them to make the choice to accept, because they intend to move without it. And that, and I don't mean to say that the black community is not a community that does not have responsibility in this current revolution. But I do say that the bulk of the interpretation of whether this thing is going to end successfully and joyously or is going to end disastrously lays very heavily with the white community. It lays very heavily with the profiteers. It lays very heavily with the vested interests. It lays very heavily with a great middle stream in this country of people who have refused to commit themselves or even have the slightest knowledge that these things have been going on. And those who have decried demonstrations and who have said the Negro is going too far, they are the ones who, in fact, are being provoked the most by this, because for the first time, and it is only through our demonstrations, that they have come to a level of consciousness. And in this now that we speak of, it is this point of no return, because we are on the march, and there is going to be no return from it, because the march in Washington today is one thing, but it doesn't end there. There are going to be marches again, and there are going to be marches in the local villages and in the local cities, and in the it's not just in the South, it's in the North, it's all over.
Mr. Baldwin, we've heard Mr. Belafonte talking about point of no return. I've seen every head here nodding when he said that. He also mentioned responsibility, and I think that everybody has demonstrated that in Washington today. But Dr. King, who has fought in the name of nonviolence, love, and brotherhood, also talks about a dream he has. We heard this eloquent statement of the great dream that even in Alabama we're going to accomplish this. You're not a prophet, you're a novelist, but novelists very often see into the future. Do you share the dream? Do you think it will be achieved?
I think we all at this table, and many more people than that, share that dream. When Martin said that he dreamed of a country in which his 4 children would not be penalized because of their color. For the first time in our history, and the first time in 100 years, the nation shows some signs of really dealing with its central problem instead of, as it has done for 100 years, avoiding it, evading it, denying it, lying about it, pretending it did not exist. The country will have to now go to work, and very hard work, very dangerous work, to change itself, to achieve this dream that Martin was talking about. And if we do not achieve this dream, we have no future at all.
Do you believe? Do you believe we will achieve it?
I certainly believe it. I certainly believe it.
In a nonviolent manner?
But yes, I believe that too. But it is going to cost us, every single one of us, including everyone here and everyone in this country.
I'm not quite so prepared to say that it will not be achieved without violence, because the Negro people have conducted themselves nonviolently. The 200,000 people that were there today, there were many predictions, and one could take book on whether there would be a display of violence by all the extreme factions and whatnot. But the truth of the matter is that the people who came to that gathering today were people in great anguish, who have come from the Birminghams and come from the Jackson, Mississippis, and they came there with anguish and with hurt and with dignity and with integrity, and it was one of the most orderly displays I've ever seen of 200,000 people with grievance.
I never seen anything like it.
And if the Bull Connors continue to release dogs on the people as an answer to their legitimate cries, if they continue to use cattle rods to prod them, if they continue to use hoses to whip them through the streets, the human heart and the human body can only contain so much. There must come a point, if they are pushed to it, for retaliation. So once again, I put the emphasis on who it is that will precipitate it, because I do believe that the Negro community, most I think that I can speak for most of the 20 million Negroes, are committed to this thing being done nonviolently. They have already displayed that. They've displayed it very eloquently since the Montgomery bus strikes.
Oh, yes.
And I also